Welcome back to the Hood Knees Fantasy Football Podcast. This is Season 3, Episode 4. I got my dogs with me here, MFB
Yes, sir.
and BBTB.
Yeah.
And this episode is first mock draft. Some of you guys have drafts this weekend. I have drafts this weekend. We have drafts this weekend. And we're going to go through and do this mock draft, and you guys will get to see kind of what goes through our heads as we mock, and we'll explain our picks, and you guys can, either agree or disagree. But
So
let's go ahead and get started. BBTB drafting from the 4 position. I'm drafting from the 8 position. MIB at 12. We are spread out a little bit, and the bot will do all the other picks in between. So let's get started.
I'm gonna be 11.
Oh, all right, bro. No, I'm just kidding. It's fine. Let's run it.
D. Wow.
Jameer Gibbs, Bijan, JT.
So I just got sniped. I'm a big Johnson
Heavily.
fan. The bot sniped me.
Hey, bro, that's gonna happen.
This is actually
And
crazy.
Yeah, this is gonna happen, bro.
So
And
So-
I'll make a quick note. Like when you enter a draft, right, and like you try to have a plan in your head, but people ask me, and I'm like, I don't really always have a set plan in my head because, bro, like if the plan doesn't go that way, you have to know what to do and you have to know how to adjust,
You
right?
gotta be able to pivot.
Some people take the route of like, I'm just gonna take literally the best player available and draft like that, and that's not bad. You know what I'm saying? But also having like a general strategy, like, okay, I want at least 2 RBs in the first 5 rounds. I think that's like cool to do, right? Like that's kind of like, ideal, or like, okay, I need to have like 3 wide receivers within 7 rounds. You know what I'm saying? Or like something like that to like kind of framework your draft around that.
BTB still unsure how to make his pick. It's been already almost 2 minutes.
my pick is going to be, it's going to be a running back. So we're either going Christian McCaffrey or James Cook. I think James Cook is in that tier 2. I would honestly go Christian McCaffrey. Reason why I'm not high on Chase this year, I'm not going to put my marbles on a receiver. Running backs are scarce. I can see that's why the AI knows, hey, I need to get 3 running backs within the first 3 picks. So the smartest pick in my position should be a running back, which is McCaffrey. If McCaffrey, let's just say if I was the 5th pick and McCaffrey goes the 4th pick, that's when I'm going to pick one of the top 3 receivers. So McCaffrey would be my pick.
Puka, Jamar Chase, James Cook, 8th pick. Yeah, I'm in the same boat as BBTB. Not that I got sniped or anything, but yeah, when you are in a situation where the elite running backs are just scarce, I really like Saquon Barkley, so I'm just going to take him. I like him here. This is a good value for me. I feel like he's going to be great this year. And it's pretty simple. It's not too far of a reach. He's the next running back on the board anyways. So I'm taking Saquon.
Sorry, quick note. I haven't looked at sleeper rankings a lot. They're wildly different than Yahoo. Not wildly, but very different than Yahoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, they
'Cause
are.
I feel like in Yahoo, Saquon was going like 10 plus, like 10 past 10 sometimes.
He was ranked
He was number 12.
11th here, or 12th, yeah. So he was
Okay.
11th, I think. So he was ranked like down there. He's below CD,
Oh,
and CD's still
okay,
there on the
sure,
board.
sure.
And then
Yeah, I suppose.
all the
Okay, anywho, so Saquon, Amon-Ra, Justin Jefferson. Man, okay, so on this round right here, I was kind of hoping Amon-Ra would fall to me. That's what I was hoping for, okay? But we don't sweat it if it doesn't happen, right? Still a lot of good receivers, JSN, CD. The best value pick here is JSN by far, right? JSN at the 11th pick is some crazy value. Most likely, that's who I'm going to click. The RBs are decent, but I think on the wrap, I can get one of these guys. So I'm going to take the best receiver that fell to me in this position.
That's what you think. All these RBs are going to go right now. CeeDee Lamb, Genty, Derrick Henry, Marion Hampton,
Okay,
Devontae
so
Chase Brown.
I'm left with the guy I kind of didn't want at RB, but no, but the calculation held strong, right? Because I know, right? unless Team 12 literally doubled up on RB, right? That'd be 6 RBs in a row, right?
Yeah.
And then I'd be kind of in a pickle and have to like literally just kind of shift my whole strategy. Um, Even this was kind of nuts. 5 RBs, just bam, 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 right?
Yeah.
Which will happen probably in a real draft for a home league. So man, I mean, Kenneth Walker was my fade, and this is pretty faded, I would say.
Yeah,
Because after this tier, it just goes to the next tier. So I'm gonna go with this guy.
Nico Collins, Trey McBride. That's ridiculous. I would not have taken Trey McBride there. Honestly, AJ Brown's there. I'm not interested in Brock Bowers. I'm not interested in Josh Allen. George Pickens, he's kind of sharing the targets over there in Dallas. I don't really. The only other thing I would consider potentially, and I think I would be sniping BBTB if I did this, would be to take Josh Jacobs and take 2 RBs in the first 2 rounds. So I don't. I think personally, if I'm in this situation on pick 8, I would actually consider taking Josh Jacobs here, and that would be probably my.
Mm,
Uh, you know, I want to do that, and I say I would do that. Um, so I'm gonna do it. Take Josh Jacobs here. Double up on RB.
okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a good double RB start. I probably would have a receiver there, but
yes,
you know, that's me. Anywho,
yeah,
Josh Allen, Kyron, AJ Brown, BBTB just got sniped literally 3 picks in a row.
yes. I've been puzzled right now. I don't like literally any pick. It has to be Drake London pick. I don't like drafting a receiver that quick, but he is the best receiver on the board by far.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a tier
so
split
it's
between him and the next one. Yeah.
yeah, there's a pretty big drop off on the next one. So I would have to go Drake London on this one because I got sniped.
Don't worry, he's coming back to you before it comes back to me. We had Rushy Rice, Jeremiah Love, Brock Bowers on the wrap with George Pickens, Javante, Malik Neighbors back to BBTB. Oh, your boy, Chris Olave.
Olave is there, right? Half PPR league, pretty much. If I do go Olave, I'm talking about. I don't even think I even see Judkins or Swift or Henderson, Monty. I don't think I'll see them. So pretty much my RB2 will be pretty whatever, but I also got Brees Hall that's right there.
So,
And
so let me pause you in this moment right here, right? Because you're in a spot, okay, you're completely balanced right now. 1 RB, 1 receiver. And this is like a 3-way, it could go 3 routes, right? You could take another RB. You have an RB option, right? You have receiving options, and you have a QB option sitting right there. So, like, break it down for us, like what route you like and what you don't like and why.
so the route that I don't like is the QB option because yes, I think Lamar Jackson will be a top 3 quarterback finishing for the year. I think he's going to be a stud. I think that team finishes 12 wins, right? But the drop off between Lamar Jackson and let's just say like a Bo Nix, right? Brother, they are going to be very similar numbers. You're telling me Bo Nix is not going to get at least minimum 18 fantasy points a week with
Should see where he's being drafted.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm saying like there's a lot of quarterbacks that are dropping off at the bottom that are still going to be minimum 17, 18 points with the upside of 25 points. So with Lamar Jackson, sure, he might get a little like one, he might have like 2 to 3 crazier games,
He'll have a
but I'd
couple
rather
30
have the
bombs.
consistency. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With right now, it's pretty much the routes that I do like going is the running back. Running back gets very scarce, especially in a 14-man league. I think the
Yep.
best option here is Brees Hall because there's Scattaboo. I don't know. You got Najee Harris there. I don't know. I think Scattaboo's going to get hurt. Brees Hall looks really good. We were talking about the coaching. If you guys were there for the video for the coaching, I think his name is So he starts with the R. He's the OC. He likes to give the ball to one guy. That's what he said, or no,
He
not what he said, but that's what he
he
usually
he
does.
was in an interview recently, and where he said that they are going to be sharing the ball. We have a lot of good guys. We have 15 starters or something like that. And he was saying like we're going to get the ball to everybody. But he did say we do have our bell cows. We have Brees Hall, who's our bell cow. And we have Garrett who's our bell cow. So he's saying
Exactly.
those are our top guys that are going to get a majority of the work. But he's like, we have a lot of other really good guys we're going to mix in.
Exactly. So in my opinion, I think Brees Hall is like top in the same tier as Scadaboo, and then there's a drop off. So I'm gonna go Brees Hall because I know in a 14-man league, it's scarce on running backs. You can see how many just went. Probably 15 went so far. So we're going Brees.
Nice. My turn. Lamar Jackson staring me in the face. This is an interesting one.
Let's pause right here because
Sure.
I think I'll make a note. Chemo so far, like as far as how this draft has gone so far, I would say Chemo positionally has drafted super ideal.
Yeah.
Right. You
Yeah.
got 2 RBs. There's not even an RB really like on this list that you would take.
Yeah.
So positionally, he's in a great position. Right. This is what he wants to see here, like these like position options for him.
Yeah. Definitely. I have the option between Lamar, Tedoroa. I'm not high on Tedoroa McMillan. I think as a talent, he's good. I just don't know if I would want him as my wide receiver one.
Essentially, you have 4 to 5 receivers you're thinking about, and you got to pick what you like best.
Exactly. Which is a great position to be in.
It's a good position. Yeah.
It is. It's a tough position, and this is a situation where I feel like if I'm on the clock and I don't have rankings set, and my rankings are just like there for me to just look at and just be like, oh, okay, this is my number one right now. Boom, this is who I'm going with. I'm I'm gonna get flustered. So it's really important to have rankings, however you want to do it, whether you take it from some website or you find some guy that you like, or you just make your own, however you want to do it. Have rankings. Right now I'm doing it off the fly. Like this is off the dome. There's no rankings anywhere for me. So I'm just literally looking at the board. It's hard because when you have 1 minute or however much time you have in your leagues, I feel like there's too many options at receiver that if you make the wrong choice, you could like really like hurt your team a lot. It will really hurt your team. But if I take Lamar, I know I'm getting a stud quarterback. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like in a real draft, I probably would just take Lamar and just not overthink, not try to figure out, oh, T. Higgins, is he going to stay healthy this year? Is Joe Burrow really, how's their O line? Is it any better? Is he going to be able to even get him the ball? Is it really worth taking him right here? Igbuka, like, is he even going to be ready week one? What's with the injury? I like Lad a lot, honestly. Um, Zay is a solid option. And Garrett Wilson, I am kind of high on Garrett Wilson. I don't like the offense, but I do like him as a talent. I just think Lad McConkey being on the new or on the charge with a new OC with Mike McDaniel just is seeming like the best, most flowing offense to me out of these offenses between the Panthers, the Bucks, uh, you know, Baltimore is up in the air. Like it's a coin flip for them. And then the Jets, of course, terrible offense. So the best offense would be, in my opinion, the Chargers. So I think I'm going to take in this situation Ladd McConkey. I mean, I guess you could say T. Higgins is a better offense because they're just going to be throwing so much because their defense is so bad. Like Joe Burrow is just a really good talent, but I don't know if I want to put my wide receiver one as a wide receiver two on a team. So I'm just going to take Ladd here.
Great pick. Great pick.
Okay. Good analysis. Okay. Let's see where I'm at. I am in a position of okay. Balanced. 1 RB, 1 receiver. Still a lot of receiving talent on the board, right? Since Chemo's pick, only Lad was taken. So, okay, let me speak more on this, right? So,
Sure. And I can scroll down if
I'm
you want me to scroll down for you on the list.
no, you're good. You're good. But so I'm already in a position where like I'm leaning to take receiver here, right?
Yep.
If Lamar fell, then maybe I consider it, but overall I'm leaning receiver. And let me tell you why I'm super leaning receiver, right? Because I know if I look next to me, all these guys are stacked on RBs, right?
Mm.
So I don't need to take an RB here, right? If they want to triple up on RBs, by all means, go ahead, my G, right? But more likely than not, they're not going to do that. So I'm going to make receivers a tiny bit more scarce for these guys next to me anyway. It's like a little side bonus. You feel me?
Yeah, good analysis.
Um,
Like
a lot.
And this is one thing I'll say about being in this area, like the edge of a draft, right? You can really maximize your draft by looking at who's next to you and what they have. Um, so even when I really draft, I always look at the board, right? I always have a board pulled up, Yahoo, Sleeper, whatever platform. It's always this board so I can see everything next to me.
Yep.
Now as far as what receiver I like, this is where, like, to Kimo's point, like, you'd have your rankings, you'd have it like thought about and like have it all set up, so it's not like too much of like, oh shit, I got 10 seconds, you know what I'm saying? And then you panic and some shit. I think this late in the third, I'm taking. Man, who am I taking? I'll take T. Higgins.
I was gonna say T. T looks like the pick right there.
Take T. Higgins.
Yeah,
But
that's
any of
solid.
those guys are pretty value picks to me.
By the way, 2 of those guys took an RB.
Two of those guys triple.
So
Hey, and that might happen, right? That
no,
might happen,
100%.
right?
Our
But that
RBs are
team is
tough.
so like imbalanced, you know what I'm saying? As far as
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
receiving and QB and whatever other positions.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they're gonna be struggling.
Yeah. So, and I'm kind of fine because I could take another receiver. I could take RB. Um, an RB would be good. This is where I gotta really start thinking like, okay, if I don't RB here, what do I do at RB later? Right?
Yeah.
So I got like D Monty right here, Quinshawn, Travion. But if I don't, then my next pick is like the RB wasteland, right? And I'm looking at a lot of just better receivers in that area. So I'm probably just gonna snag like D Monty here.
Nice pick. I like that. This is kind of fire because Garrett Wilson just fell to me, and I was honestly down for Luther Burden, Jalen Waddle, any of those receivers, Zay Flowers, Igbuka, and so Garrett Wilson's honestly like to me, fire receiver, terrible offense, but he's a stud. He's gonna do his thing. Gino is kind of playing with a chip on his shoulder. He went to the Raiders. They sucked. They got rid of him fast. So he's probably like, all right, I'm gonna prove myself now on the Jets. And so I think he's gonna be slinging it a lot. They don't have a good defense, so they're gonna be down a lot, and he's just gonna throw. And they got a new OC, so I'm expecting them to at least be fantasy wise decent. Still gonna get still gonna lose every game, but doesn't matter. So yeah, this is a no brainer for me. I'm taking Garrett Wilson here.
That was a great pick, Chemo. That was absolutely phenomenal. If
Thanks, sir.
he probably would have been mine, but it's okay. Yeah, the another snipes, but it's okay. It's probably like the roughest position. If I was actually in the draft, I'd actually be cooked and annoyed. But
So you're not liking the fourth spot
Yeah,
right
so the
now.
fourth spot is not your spot.
I mean, if
You
it
better hope.
actually goes with that many RBs going, that's kind of nuts. I'm
You'd be
actually
surprised.
serious.
Man, I don't see it going like this, but it'll go
No.
like kind of.
No,
You
no,
know,
for sure. In 14
the
minutes
league,
for RBs,
Sammy B, the league that we're in that we're drafting for on Friday is gonna go like this. RBs are gonna go crazy.
Nah,
John
nobody's
Skelton.
triple stacking. I never
You-
really seen that.
So-
Three
I
teams
mean,
triple stacking RBs, I would be shocked. I don't think
Um,
anybody did that last year.
so
we'll
I'm
see this year.
high. I'm high on DJ Moore. DJ Moore is going to be my pick with these receivers. There's Terry McLaurin, there's Devontae, there's DJ Moore, there's Jameson Williams, right? I'm high on DJ Moore. I believe that he's true wide receiver one. You got Devontae Adams there. Don't get me wrong. Offense going to be great. I wouldn't mind him either. In this pick, it would go DJ Moore at the 1, Devontae at the 2, Terry at the 3, Jameson Williams at the 4. I'm going DJ Moore, and I'm kind of hoping on team 3, he's going to go for a running back more than likely. So Price is probably gone. Team 2 is going to go for a receiver. I'm kind of banking on team 1 to not take Tootin. But more than likely, team 1 is going to take Tootin. So if he takes Tootin, I have to take. I think Jalen Hurts will fall to me.
So you want to triple RB?
I
within
want
the
to
fifth
triple
round?
RB with how crazy this is, because I feel like the drop off for RBs is going to be crazy. Or no, sorry, I want to triple RB the next.
You want DJ Moore right now, but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go DJ Moore right here.
Okay. Tyler Warren, Terry
Yeah,
McLaurin,
triple
Jalen
RB for you
Daniels,
is not crazy.
Bish
And
Johnson, and Devontae Adams.
what QB were you saying? Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, so I mean, he's there for you.
Jalen Hurts is there, right? TJ Warren went. Obviously, I'm a fade the tight end guy. Terry McLaurin's obviously his stud. You got Jaden Daniels. That guy kind of reached for him a little bit. I didn't think Tootin would go over Price, but I'm taking Price. Zach Charbonnet's not fully healthy. Price looks like the guy right now in Seattle. So I would go Price in the actual draft because I'm not a big fan of Jameson Williams. Just I've never been high on him. Mike Evans consistently getting hurt. You know what I mean? And he's a little bit older. Never been a big fan of Romo Dunze, and then you got two tight ends right there. So I would take Jadarian Price because of how scarce the RB situation is. So I'm going Price.
So Carnell Tate 5'5" is kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think that even happens in a real draft. That's kind of a super high draft point for him. So I have two options here. I either can get another wide receiver in Mike Evans or Parker Washington or Marvin Harrison, who I think is going to have a decent bounce back year.
You're
I
not
don't.
looking at Rome at all.
Romo Dunze, kind of. I'm just higher on Luther Burden than I am on Romo Dunze. So, like, to me, it's like
Yeah,
that's
but Rome's cheaper. Luther already is gone. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. But I'm saying like
Okay.
in like rank wise, yeah. I don't.
Uh,
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really ranked Rome in my head much. I just have been dodging him. It may just be that I'm too high on Luther Burden that I'm just avoiding Romo Dunze for whatever reason. I don't even know why. It's probably not a good idea to avoid him. He was pretty productive last year, even with DJ Moore there. And so without him, it should open up. It's either receiver or I take Jalen Hurts and get somewhat of a double dip, right, with Saquon. In that, if Jalen Hurts takes any of the rushing touchdowns, I get
So
the touchdown either way, right?
would you want my opinion on this real quick?
I feel like you really want to give your opinion right now.
I do. In this situation, I really do believe that the drop off for receiver is not that crazy. And I feel like the next quarterback drop off is kind of crazy. I think Jalen Hurts is the move in your situation right now because a lot of quarterbacks are going to go within the next 12 picks of it wrapping to you just because there's a lot of dudes that need quarterbacks. There's only 5 quarterbacks that have been drafted, and then there's going to be a slight drop off. So I think Jalen Hurts is the safest play, in my opinion, if I was in your pick.
It's so I'm looking at the draft board right now, and I'm in the middle, so it's kind of hard. But we have only two teams that only have one receiver, so I could see those teams taking a receiver, and then maybe one or two of the other ones taking a third receiver here. So one of these receivers could fall back to me in Mike Evans, Romo Dunze, Christian Watson, Parker Washington, Brian Thomas. I'm probably gonna avoid him, but Marv, I could come back and get Marv, um, if he falls like that. So I am down to take Jalen Hurts. Like I said, I get the double dip in that either he's scoring the touchdown or Saquon scoring a touchdown. Either one of those guys are getting the touchdown for the Eagles. So all their touchdowns are going to go through those two guys. So I think it gives me just the whole offense worth of touchdowns. Mike Evans goes, Rome Odunze goes. So clearly, none of these guys I was talking about are going to come back to me. They're all going to disappear in these next few rounds.
right here. I mean, no. Let me see what's going on. So we got some tight ends here. Man, a tight end would be cool. A tight end would be cool, but I could also bank on. I got 3 people next to me, right? So one guy already has a tight end, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's 2 other teams with no tight end. I could hope one of them doesn't take a tight end and I just take the other. And I'd be cool with that.
You're talking about between Sam Laporta and Tucker Kraft?
Yeah, because I'm cool with either guy.
Okay.
But I'm not going to take him this round, right? But I'm kind of preloading the next round in my head. I think I'm going to hit. It's funny because they have Parker Washington and BTJ right next to each other.
You're going to take Parker Washington, though, huh?
So, man, Parker is. He looked way better last year.
I would go BTJ from the two. That's just me.
It's something I gotta really like do some deep digging details on this. I think right now I'm just gonna click Parker, call it a day.
Marv was right there. Man, that guy my double receiver. So we had Kyle Pitts, we had Christian Watson go, Kyle Pitts, Marv, BTJ, Caleb Williams, Chuba Hubbard for
Chuba.
whatever reason, and then Sam B
So
back
the
to you
guy's the
with the
Kyle
tight ends.
Pitts, right? So now I still have to decide: all right, do I want Sam or do I want Tucker? Um,
I Yeah, you can go ahead and think through it.
I'm gonna
Actually,
go. I'm gonna go. Huh. I mean, Tucker's coming back from injury. Sam had an injury like recently.
Mm-hmm.
I think Sam's going to be healthy week one, or at least to my knowledge. I don't know if I could read the
He
report.
will, yeah. I'm gonna go for
So,
with my
but
guy
Tucker,
from last year because I took Tucker last year.
so Recraft, okay. DK Metcalf goes, Tony Pollard goes. I have the option to take a tight end here. I could take Sam Laporta, but I also could load up on. Oh man, never mind.
So let me
This
ask
is
you
an
this, Kimo.
interesting.
In this
Yeah,
spot, right? So you took Jalen Hurts last round, but you could have took any of these guys and came back and got Justin Herbert,
yeah.
right? Do you think that would have been better, or are you like content? Like, nah, I like Jalen Hurts. Like where I'm at.
It would have been cool to take one of those guys. Like I would have probably taken Marv or Odunze, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to tell, but probably Marv. Just take my Cardinal guy. If I had done that and then came back and got Justin Herbert here, I would have the double dip with him and Lad McConkey. So that that could have worked out really well for me. And so that might have been probably another move to do. Justin Herbert, I think, is going to be a stud this year. Like we mentioned, Mike McDaniel offense. So like, there's a lot that could, like, a lot of positivity that could come from that, and that could have been a better overall pick. But this is just how it played out. I took Jalen Hurts, and so now I'm stuck with a drop off for wide receiver for sure. Yeah, Cortland Sutton, Mekhi Lemon, Michael Wilson. Well, is cool, but I'm not obviously as high on as Marv. And then RBs, it's shaky, right? You got Ramondre, you got RJ Harvey, you got Rico Dowdle, J.K. Dobbins. The only name that really interests me RB wise would be Jonathan Brooks, but to me it just seems really up in the air. I think uh, I think with Chuba Hubbard coming back, he's supposed to be healthy week one. They're going to be like 1A, 1B sharing touches. So I don't really know if I want that. And he's only played like very few snaps in the NFL. So it's a little bit up in the air. I guess taking Jonathan Brooks for the upside, I might just do that just because to have more depth in the RB position. And then I would just punt the tight end position a little bit here. Or I take Sam Laporta, man. I don't know. I don't really like to go like two onesie positions. QB and then tight end is kind of crazy, like back to back. My plan's falling apart. I think I'm gonna take. Where is he? I think I just take Sam Laporta. Keep it simple. He fell to me. He's a solid tight end. Like, why not?
Wow. 2 snipes in a row again. I'm eyeing Dak Prescott. I am so high on Dak Prescott. He's going to be a stud this year, but I would not be drafting a Herald's fan in there. I know I said sleeper. If you guys get him, get him. Not wasting a pick on a tight end. Justin Herbert is there. I have 3 RBs. I could get another receiver. I will not get a receiver in my position right now. So smartest thing to be is just to get the quarterback out the way, or you can be a little quote unquote ratty and get a 4th RB. I think the best position right here is to get a 4th RB because you have RJ Harvey, technically still the RB1 in the Broncos, and you have Rico Dowdle, technically RB1 with the Steelers. So if you, even though you're not going to play him, that could still be a nice trade piece going forward throughout the season. So in my opinion, I think I'm going to go an RB, and I'm going to take RJ Harvey with this pick.
Both those guys not the RB2 on their team?
No.
Rico and RJ? I thought
I mean, it's
RJ's
kind of
behind
really
Dobbins?
JK. That's
Dobbins,
funny
yeah.
because I was kind of worried about that. I was gonna say, like, yo, you're in the spot, like the two guys have QBs, but one guy doesn't. But I had a gut feeling that guy was gonna take the QB from you,
Mm.
which is what
Sniped.
happened.
Yeah, if Dak Prescott was
Godwin.
there, I would have taken Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle, Harold Finn, and
Well,
J.K.
I'm talking about
Dobbins
J
are
Herb
fine
on
men.
this rapper.
Yeah, I was thinking.
Yeah,
of
no.
that.
If J Herb fell to me, I would have taken J Herb, but another snipe. But it's okay. Right here, we're gonna be like, all right, who's left on the receiver board? Right, we got Michael Wilson, we got Tyson, but he's hurt. Alec Pierce, Pup Bliss, Addison. So the receiver depth is not that great. Quarterbacks, we got T-Law still there. We still got Jackson Dart. We still got Stafford. We still got Mahomes. We got Nix. We got Purdy. I think those 6 are relatively similar. So why would I try to waste my pick there? So I'm going to go receiver. With the receiver, I'm just going to just keep it plain and simple. I'm going to go Michael Wilson, Jacoby Brissett. Michael Wilson had a great connection. Not going to overthink it. Michael Wilson.
Also,
Yeah, that was
9
gonna be my pick.
QBs have gone already out of 14 teams. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here I am staring at Jordan Tyson, who I'm not touching. Dalton Kincaid, I don't need a tight end. Blake Corum, RB. At this point, I think I don't like the wide receivers here. Alec Pierce, Jordan Addison, Jaden Reed. Michael Pittman is probably my favorite receiver in this situation. All the teams to my right have wide receivers except for team 13. That guy has none. He has one wide receiver, so he's going to double up on receiver probably. I don't want Alec Pierce. I don't want Jordan Addison. I would be down for Michael Pittman. I do only have 2 RBs, and the RBs are thin, so I'm just going to take Bill here.
Great pick.
And okay, so let's think through this for a sec. It's between Bill and Blake Corum for me. Blake Corum being on a crazy team with a good offense and a crazy defense that is going to be in control of the ball a lot of the game, and who potentially could be splitting touches again with, what's his name? Kyron Williams. Yeah. So if he's getting touches, he still might be flex worthy. Whereas Bill's the starter, and they have Rashad White. I'm gonna take the starter, honestly. It's just
Yeah.
easier.
That's what I would
It's
do.
makes more sense.
I also thought you were looking at Jordan Mason. But
I was, but he's also not a starter. So like,
really,
he's
okay,
like,
yeah, I guess not.
yeah, he's like one of my sleeper picks. But
Yeah,
if he falls to me right now, then yeah, I'll take him.
yeah. I mean, I guess speaking of, I'm just gonna click Jordan Mason here.
Oh, there you go.
Just get another
Uh,
RB to be
Blake-
my third RB.
Blake Corum, Jordan Tyson went. MFB took Jordan Mason, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Addison, Travis Kelsey, Jackson Dart, Alec Pierce,
Yeah,
Dalton
so this
Kincaid,
this
back
guy
to
has 2
MFB.
tight ends, which
Bro,
interesting.
yeah.
Yeah, 2 more QBs gone. I'm not really tripping about QB at all yet. Imagine I took Rams D right
Nah, brother. Don't
No,
put out that.
I
Man.
know. I always
Imagine.
take defense and kicker last. That's just what I do.
I'll
Just
probably
to
do the
stack
same.
other positions. Man, I think I'm gonna hit Pittman here, bro.
Dang, snipe me.
I'm gonna hit Pittman.
Yeah, I wanted Pittman there at this pick. Good pick. Rams defense goes. Like I said, crazy defense, but yeah, I don't think in a real draft. Actually, in a real draft, someone might take him. Quentin Johnston went. That's good. I definitely did not want him because I have Ladd. I got some options with receiver, Jaden Reed, Josh Downs, who I like Downs this year. I think even with the signing of Keenan Allen, he could still do some damage, especially since Pittman left. There's kind of a void to be filled. I think to me the right pick here is Josh Downs, in that the offense is still solid. I would like to take a shot on a rookie in Casey Concepcion, but the Browns are just not a good team. So I don't really want to put my chips on a player on a bad offense. Jaden Reed is not bad. I just think there's a lot of question marks on that team in terms of like how's it really going to pan out? Is Golden going to get more of the work? Obviously, in that team, it goes Christian Watson, number one, and then you have Jaden Reed, Matthew Golden, and I would rather have Jaden Reed over Golden, just because he's proven himself in that offense. Um, but I think they're kind of a toss up for me between Josh Downs and Jaden Reed. I'll take Downs. I like Downs a lot. Jaden Reed, Pat Mahomes, Matt Stafford to BBTV.
Wow. So this
TV wanted Matt Stafford. He wanted Matt Stafford right there.
So they're just doubling up on QBs. All right, push up. Trade
This
piece.
guy, Dak Prescott, Pat Mahomes.
All right, man. Well,
Bro, so
you're getting
this is
sniped this
I
year.
I actually like this in that like they're doing dumb picks like this that people might actually do in a real draft. That would be so annoying.
Well,
Like,
I don't know. I disagree with you. I don't think none of this type of stuff is ever going to happen in a real draft.
Yeah, with that.
This guy with 2 QBs, this guy with 2 tight ends, and these guys with literally 3
okay, so
RBs back
look
to
at
back.
team 10, right? Who took the Rams
Yeah.
defense? Do you think someone would have taken the Rams defense over a
In the
QB?
9th round,
like
in the what is it, 8th round? I could see that. Yeah.
eighth round?
Me and you
Yeah.
have seen kickers in the 7th round, I think, last year. By the way.
It may have been 2 years ago, but yeah. But like, I
Yeah.
just, to me, I think that a QB could have gone there. So like, either way, he might have been same situation. It's not like these guys are like,
So
they're doing dumb moves, but yeah. But when you get sniped, you have to be able to pivot, and that's the hard thing that you have to figure out.
I really believe that these AIs are going to still snipe my QB. Only decent QB that I see after is right now is Bo Nix, and you got Brock Purdy. I'm just gonna go Bo Nix for the safe bet. I should go Jake Ferguson, but I'm just
You
gonna
should
go
just
Bo Nix.
okay.
Call and just rest my brain.
Aaron Jones, Jake Ferguson gone.
Yeah,
Texans D, Casey Concepcion, Jacoby Myers back to BBTV.
totally fine. Jake Ferguson being gone. I'm not tripping. I'm gonna take Brock Purdy to double. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
So
That's what
I
they
see.
AI.
So right now I need to. I can either get a tight end, right? Tight end drop off. Still got Go Dirt down there, and then after that, I'm not really a big fan of. So I can either
Mark
go
Andy.
Isaiah Likely or Go
That boy
Dirt.
Mark Andy.
Mark
Check
Andy's
it.
there, brother. Come on now. That's gonna be
So
my
sorry.
flex. I'm
Not
about to
even
draft
looking
him.
at him. I think Isaiah Likely should be the solid move here.
That's my sleeper.
Okay.
That is a great sleeper that I'm because I do need a tight end. Receiver, just there's just so many people down there that can make some noise. So I think I'm gonna go tight end here, but now it's either do I want Isaiah Likely on a Giants offense trying to prove themselves, or now the red zone threat for the Eagles. That's gonna be a high target in the red zone.
Dallas
So
Goddard.
I'm gonna go with Go Dirt. I truly believe that he'll be a great 4 to 5 catches a game, 30 to 50 yards with maybe a touchdown a game. You get that from your tight end, you are happy. So I'm gonna go Dirt.
All right, Dallas Goddard, Seattle Seahawks, Stephon Diggs, Wandale Robinson. I got sniped. I wanted Wandale Robinson there.
Yeah.
And so, oh man, I do want a receiver. I do kind of like. I don't really like any of these guys, to be honest with you.
I mean, we get into that part of the draft, my brother.
I'm gonna take a shot, honestly, for this guy who was traded in the offseason to the Patriots, Romeo Dobbs. I think that
Okay.
he's going to be the number 2 there, and that offense is moving the ball and they're doing good things. So I think that whatever AJ Brown doesn't get, Dobbs will end up getting. So
Yeah. I feel that, bro. Okay, so I still need a QB, right? I don't know what's gonna happen in this kind of AI draft, but the next 3 teams already have a QB. So, once again, I know that I can get my QB on the wrap. All right. So, now we're looking for What are we looking for? I mean, we're pretty much evenly balanced. Are there any RBs I would want here? We're getting to like the handcuff territory. Chris Rodriguez, Algier, Charbonnet. Let's see the receiving options.
Charbonnet sounds fire.
Yeah, it's not bad because I mean, man, but what's his injury?
It was ACL. No, it was like in December.
Yeah.
ACL or Achilles or whatever it was, but I don't remember honestly. You click on his name, I'll tell you. Let's see what it
He
says.
remains in recovery mode, by the way.
His knee surgery, so ACL. Yeah, ACL.
Yeah.
What's in recovery mode?
That's literally what the report says. In recovery mode.
I'm just gonna hit this.
You sound like Optimus. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah.
Oh, hello.
No. I'm talking about you.
He's talking to me.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know, bro. Maybe I'll get a
You're
little
not gonna have this
Debo
much time
Samuel Easy.
in the draft. Oh, yep.
Yeah,
nice.
I know.
And you
And
got another
This
QB.
guy takes Brock Purdy, bro. Of course.
So Brock Purdy goes. This guy has 2 tight ends: Mark Andrews, Kyle Pitts. He's winning the league for sure. Matthew Golden, Stribling goes.
Okay,
Xavier Worthy,
and
Eagles
like in the
defense.
real world, I get Brock Purdy. Okay, on the rep. All right. Anyways, we're just gonna take. We'll take. You know, bro. We'll take my sleeper, bro. Kyler Murray, bro.
Nice. C-Rod and Zach Charbonnet go. I actually really was interested in both these guys. Tough. I could get my running back from Arizona, Tyler Algier. I'm not touching that fool. I'm not getting Brandon Aubrey. I'm not taking a kicker this early. It's kind of ridiculous. I have 4 receivers, which is not bad. I have 3 running backs. I have my tight end and my QB. I'm not doubling up on any of those positions. These guys are really worth it. I'm not taking a defense here. I am gonna go with Jonah Coleman.
What
Denver.
the?
What was that?
What was that?
I don't know.
Well, who did that? What the hell?
Somebody blaming you, bro.
Someone blamed you.
Somebody roasted you for that pick, bro.
Yeah, what the hell? The AI just flamed me, bro. So what is this? Yeah, well, it better not be the fool with 2 QBs and 2 tight ends, bro. That fool better not be flaming me right now.
So
crazy.
I mean, it's pretty much
Wait.
round 10.
Quick question, yeah. Do you guys want to finish out this round and go to the next round, or just finish this round and call it?
I think we just call it here because
Let's get into the.
Let me finish my pick. You guys finish.
Yeah, I'm
your
gonna
All
let
right,
Pep
bro. All right,
Of
bro.
course, yeah, we're gonna
Sure,
let
buddy.
finish.
Yeah, for sure. Come
So
on now.
right here, right? These are just the research that y'all did, right? Running backs, receivers. Make sure y'all do some research here. You know, I'm just gonna go on a wild limb. I'm just gonna pick up Jacoby Lane. Hella hype around the rookie. Looks really good. I'm just long shotting it. More than likely, I'm probably gonna drop this homie week 4. But just do your thing. And then let's just say when I pick up Jacoby Lane, then that's when I'll kind of pick up like a kicker or something. So right here, obviously we're done, but I'm just gonna pick up Ken.
Kicker. My
Cool.
nice.
So
That'll do it for this draft. If it were me right now, I would probably take Mike Washington. I'm not gonna lie to you. Genty's number 2 running back. None of these other players are really interesting to me. This is getting into the range of like where you just are seeing all these defenses and all these kickers, and you're kind of like, oh, all right, I'll just take one of these top defenses or top kickers. I would advise against that. The difference in points between these defenses and kickers, it's all going to end up being matchup based, unless you're like one of the top 3 defenses, like Rams, Seahawks, Texans. Like, if you're not one of those 3 defenses, bro, like they're not really going to be difference makers for you. You're going to be dropping these defenses anyways. So you could try to just go for upside, like I said, Mike Washington. You could try to take Keaton Mitchell, who's actually injured. MFB sleeper Jalen Naylor is still on the board. So like there's players like that
he's staying
never
on the
know.
board, bro. Don't worry.
we still have 3 or 4 rounds left, but yeah, these are where you take upside guys. I probably would end up taking Mike Washington, or I would just get my handcuff, get Tank Bigsby. But yeah, so Any other advice you guys have for these last few rounds or anything like that? We
Just for the
we will
last few
go.
rounds, I'd probably say just try to go for your handcuffs just in case, because more than likely, if you pick up a random homie week 3 or week 4, week 5, you're gonna drop them anyway. So just get the handcuffs just in case. You never know what could happen with so many injuries that has happened in the off season. So I'd say get your handcuffs with the last few rounds.
There is the best fantasy strategy is actually to take another person's handcuff, not your own handcuff, to
Wow.
maximize upside. Like that's
Yeah.
max upside. Like safety, yeah, you take your own handcuff, of course.
That's like the
Completely different.
maximum upside. Just to
Yeah.
quickly to build off of what Keem was saying, right? If I have an RB and I have my own handcuff, if my RB gets hurt, I have the handcuff. Cool. I'm back to one good RB. Right? You follow?
Yeah.
If I have someone else's handcuff and that starting RB gets hurt and my starting RB is fine, now I have two RBs. You kind of see how that works?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Trade
Yeah.
piece.
Yeah. For
very
sure.
good
For
trade
sure.
piece,
It's like
or you
yeah.
just plug him in, bro.
Yeah,
I
Yeah.
got
automatic
another starting
flex.
RB on my team now,
Flex
right?
worthy, yeah.
So yeah.
Exactly. Let's just go through our teams real quick and see what we like, what we would have done differently. Just really quick. BBTV, anything that you like, dislike about your team, anything that you would have done differently if you can go back,
Yeah. Like if this was my
see what
actual
changed.
team, I'd actually be pretty mad. We got sniped almost every single round. Like I have a list of
Yeah.
guys that I really like. So I would be pretty annoyed. I don't think there's really anything that I could have done. The only thing maybe the Bo Nix pick, but obviously I just saw them people doubling up on RB. MFV got sniped with his Brock Purdy somehow. So I don't think that's really happening in the draft, but that's just like the only thing. But no, I don't think there's anything else I could have done differently.
Okay. I'll go next. I think the only thing that I could have done differently that I kind of would have been interested to see, and I think I would have been a little bit happier, is if I skipped on Jalen Hurts and I went Marv or Odunze or Mike Evans, get one of those solid higher tier wide receivers. Honestly, Marv is probably my guy. And then just take Justin Herbert on the wrap. Obviously, in a real draft, you don't know. You in that situation, someone could have taken Justin Herbert. I didn't think he would have fallen back to me.
In the middle, it's hard because you can't really make those reads that you can on the edge, right?
Yeah,
In the middle, you're just in no man's land doing free for all shit.
yeah, literally. So like, it's obviously in hindsight. Oh yeah, I would have taken Marv and then gotten Justin Herbert on the wrap. But in a real draft, you never know. All of a sudden, these guys, the guy on the end, Team 14, took three receivers. He went three RB, then three receivers, and then he went tight end, QB. So, like, you never know how people are going to draft. And like you mentioned, MFB, being in the middle, it's so hard. Like, you can't really predict what's going to happen in like six picks on either
Yeah,
side of
yeah.
you. So,
I wouldn't even try to worry about it. I would just be like, okay, I'm gonna take like I don't know. I would even say like I don't even like reaching, but I think in the middle, like if you need to reach, go ahead, like because you're not getting him back. Like it's not coming back at
Yep.
all.
yeah,
So
100%. It's unlikely. But yeah, other than that, my team is cool. I would be happy with this team. Not like, oh, this team's like league winning, but I'm happy with the team. I think it could put up big numbers with the starting six plus. Flex could be Bill or Josh Downs, Dobbs. I like that. Beat.
yeah, I'll say interesting. Like I'm not mad at it. I think it's solid. I think JSN's value there, right? I did not think he would fall to me. Um, Kenneth Walker, who's like the bottom of my tier, and I got him in the bottom of that tier, which makes sense from a ranking perspective. I'm not happy with it. I would have liked one of the other guys who fell to me, but that didn't happen, right?
Yep.
Um, but so just had to go according to the tiers there. And everything else pretty simple. I would say just standard drafting. Nothing else besides the random double QB snipe. But everything else was like normal, cool. Um, I think like just in season. I think like I get to playoffs like for sure. Like I don't know, no worry really. Um, I will say like just another note, bro. Like look at like team 9 and 10, bro, and how like a barren the RPs are for them.
Mhm.
Bro, you got Travis
Like
Etienne and
those like
Chris
spots
Rodriguez.
right there is so like Oh man, it's tough. You
Yeah.
know,
It's
tough.
really tough if you don't get a RB in those last few picks. You're not getting one on the wrap, or you're gonna have to really reach, and it becomes like, is that reach worth it for them? To get an RB, and there's a
You got
tiered
to hit
like
some late
gap.
round gold.
Yeah, literally, and get lucky.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna be like some people who are just straight shaken up by by their draft spot this year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough. All right, that does it for this episode, guys. Hope this helps you out with your draft. Obviously, if you're drafting on a different league or a different platform, it'll be different. The rankings and the ADP and stuff like that. Make your own list, make your own rankings. Literally go through and just say like, who do you like here more, like whatever, and then create tiers so you see the drop off in tiers, or find someone who does it online that you like their tiers and their rankings, and then see if you can adjust it slightly to your liking so you don't have to go and build it from scratch, because it's very easy. You can find it anywhere. There's a lot of different websites that do it. But have a list so that we're sitting here talking for each pick like 2, 3, 4 minutes. It's almost been an hour. Like, we're going through it, taking our time. You can't do that in the draft. You get a minute. So like when it happens and you're on the clock and you're forced to make a decision, having your rankings in front of you and having tier lists that separate, like, okay, I'm I'm out of like, this tier of wide receivers is done. I don't want one from the next tier. I still have RBs that are available, or an RB that's available, or the QB that's available in like a tier 3 QB still on the board. I'll take my chances with this QB, and then kind of go like that, and it'll really help you to be ready for the draft. Um, so you don't get shaken up like Team 12 over here with 2 tight ends, 2 QBs. Man, what in the hell?
Oh, brother, I was shaking up the.
Yeah, we might have been better in Yahoo with the super flexors, whatever.
Oh, geez.
Yeah,
But
but
it's cool.
yeah,
It was smooth. It was smooth.
yeah. All right, guys, that'll do it for this episode. We'll see you guys in the next episode. We might do another mock draft before the season starts. Wait and see. See you guys in the next episode. Peace.